going on, everyone? Life is directed by Daniel Espinosa and stars Jake Gyllenhaal, Ryan Reynolds, and Rebecca Ferguson. It follows the story of an international space team that intercepts a space probe from Mars that contains alien life. When the team starts experimenting on this life form, at first it seems harmless, but as the film progresses, it's a lot more dangerous than previously thought. For me, I love space movies. Interstellar is one of my all-time favorites. I also think the movie Gravity is pretty good. Some people think it's overrated, but in my opinion, I think it's really well made. And of course, the Alien movies, they're really fun and really good overall. So space movies to me are some of my favorites. And that's why I was so excited to see this movie, Life. It pretty much looked like the same movie as Alien, but a little bit different, a little bit more grounded, more realistic, and it just made me really excited to see this movie because I like movies when people are trapped in space and there's this alien life form that's attacking everybody on the ship. It just looked really good by the trailer. And of course, the movie has Jake Gyllenhaal, my favorite actor, as I've said many times in the past. So, yeah, you'd be crazy not to think that I was not excited to see a movie with Jake Gyllenhaal. And Deadpool's in this movie, Ryan Reynolds. Usually he's not in too many serious roles. He has been in a couple here and there, but in this movie, I was looking forward to seeing Ryan Reynolds give a performance where he is actually serious and not trying to be funny. So let's start off with the cast and the acting overall. This is a really, really well acted film. Jake Gyllenhaal is of course amazing in this movie. Ryan Reynolds is really good too, and Rebecca Ferguson in this movie also really good. The acting is just really realistic, and if this actually happened in real life, I feel like the acting portrayed what they would be like in real life if this was actually happening. There's two other actors in this movie I thought were really good, but I'm not going to butcher their names because I have no idea how to pronounce them, but they were also really good in this movie, and I love their roles in the film. I thought they did a good job in progressing the movie, and I also felt a lot for their characters. And that's something else Life does really well. I actually cared a lot about every single character in this movie. I didn't want anybody to end up being eaten by this life form. I mean, I actually genuinely cared about every character, even though nobody was really that well written, because it is a space movie after all. There doesn't need to be that much depth with these characters. And when looking at the visuals in this movie, it all looks very realistic. Space in itself actually felt like space. It looked like these astronauts were actually in space. The Earth, the space station itself looks very realistic, as well as the alien life form. The visual effects, I mean, are just incredible as expected with a budget this high. And what I like so much about this movie is that it was really thrilling. I mean, when this alien came after all these people on this space station in this enclosed area, I mean, the movie itself got very thrilling, and I was biting my nails throughout this entire movie. In the first 15 minutes, you have the introduction, and then after that, it's a constant thrill ride, and it's so much fun to watch. I mean, there's so many times in this movie, you're not sure what's gonna happen next, and when you can do that, that's excellent. Overall, Life had a lot of things that I really liked. I love space, I love Jake Gyllenhaal, and I love it when alien life forms are coming after humans in a movie, and it's a thriller. The one downside to this movie, though, is that it is really similar to the movie Alien as well as Gravity at some points, so that's the one downfall with this movie, is that it's not that original. But what I did like about this movie was that it felt more realistic than those two movies, actually. I mean, specifically Alien. I mean, this movie itself was a more realistic take on that movie, and also, if this actually happened, it would probably happen this way. Unlike Alien, that movie probably would not happen exactly like that in real life. But to be honest, Life is a thrill, and I was very happy to see this movie. It was a movie I was anticipating since back in the fall, and overall, I just think Life is a total thrill ride and a lot of fun, and I think a lot of you guys will enjoy this one. I'm gonna give Life an 85%. To be honest, this movie actually somewhat surprised me in a few ways. I did think coming into the movie, I'd probably give it like a 70 to 65% because it's not all that original, but it actually surprised me. There are some parts of this movie that are actually very original and I was very happy that Daniel Espinosa went in some directions that he went in. So, you rock, man. And once again, another really strong movie for the year 2017. 2016 did not have that many good movies by the time April came around, and now we already have, I would like to say, around 8 or 9 really good movies that came out this year. So 2017, I give you a round of applause because this year has been so much fun so far. Alright, so I'm not quite sure what's coming out next, but I will definitely be making some more reviews in the next couple of weeks. I just have to make sure my schedules all fit together. I'm not exactly sure what's going to be happening in the next few weeks because there is just so much going on with my life that I have a lot of schoolwork and have to see more movies, of course. So I'm not really sure what exactly I'm seeing. I know Power Rangers is out right now, but I don't really want to see that much. So we'll see. I am definitely going to be making some more reviews though and more videos in the next couple of weeks. So just be prepared if I'm not around, like I have not been that much around the last couple of weeks. And I apologize for that, but I have been somewhat busy. Thank you all so much for watching this video, and I hope you all have a fantastic day.